Now this video is to show how to locate the location of the fibroid, whether it is intramural or it is subserosal, extramural. So there are some protocols to reach to the diagnosis of the location of the fibroid. First of all, I will tell you that this is a case of partly intramural fibroid. As you can see here, that on the right side it is the uterus and the left side there is a fibroid, and this fibroid is partly located inside the uterus and partly outside. Why partly? Because the right side, right uterine wall is clearly seen, and the left uterine wall at the cornu, it is occupied by the fibroid, and this is the transverse view. So let us now see the protocols. First of all, you have to determine whether it is right or left. So you have to scan the uterus and take the mid sagittal section. How will you determine that it is mid sagittal section? You will be able to see the endometrial cavity and the cervical canal in the single view, and then you have to tilt the probe towards the right side wherever you suspect the fibroid. So this fibroid was on the right side, so I am tilting, and this round mass I am able to see if I tilt the probe towards the right side of the patient. Okay, now again coming to the mid sagittal, we are able to see the uterus in the mid sagittal plane, this endometrial lining, endometrial cavity in the mid sagittal when properly. So it is not in the mid part, it is more little bit towards the right. Okay, now you tilt the probe towards the left and see whether there is any fibroid or not. Okay, so there is one small fibroid in the posterior wall near the cervix. Okay, we had just tilted the probe and we are able to see. So it may be intramural, maybe occupying major part of the uterine wall. So now you take the transverse section and see whenever you are having any fibroid, it is my humble request that you don't keep on focusing on the fibroid and fibroid and fibroid. Okay, what you have to focus is the proper section of the body, proper section of the uterus. Your orientation should be on your focus should be on the uterus, that you have to take the proper transverse section of the uterus, and then you go on concurrently seeing the fibroid. Most of the people, what they do, they just keep on messing on this fibroid, and they finally reach nowhere in the conclusion. So please don't keep on focusing the fibroid. If you feel that this is fibroid, then you switch to the next level, in which you have to maintain the proper transverse section of the uterus, and then you have to trace from the inferior to the superior side. So I am in the utmost inferior side, and then I will maintain the proper transverse section of the uterus, and concurrently I will see where this fibroid will appear. So I am going upward now. Okay, this fibroid is appearing, still I am going upward. My proper orientation and my proper transverse plane should be maintained, and it is maintained. You see, now I am towards the fundus, and what I see? Fibroid. Second thing, where was that second fibroid small? This is also coming in the view in the right side of the screen, and it is intramural. Major part of the fibroid is intramural. You can see, not major, but maybe we can say 50%. Okay, so like this you have to scan. Again, come to the mid sagittal view, tilt the probe toward the left and look for that small fibroid where it is coming. Yes, in longitudinal view it is completely inside the posterior wall, but in the transverse view it is partly inside and partly outside. Okay, you have to see the serosa of the uterus where it is ending, and you have to see the bulk of the fibroid which is going beyond the serosa. So this is the method. Okay, and please, my humble request once again, please don't go on focusing on fibroid. There is no any meaning of continuously focusing on fibroid and not bothering about the uterus, normal parenchyma of the uterus which is not involved. You have to concurrently see the uterus also, that how much it is affected with the fibroid. And the most important criteria is the bladder should be adequately filled, and the definition of adequately filled bladder is that the bladder should extend beyond the fundus of the uterus, and you should see the uterus like this, so that the proper window is created by the bladder to see the texture of the uterus, bulk of the uterus. Okay. Okay, and so one advice is that you don't have to fill the bladder too much over distended, as in this case you see, as compared to the previous video, in the initial stage which I showed, it was a partially filled bladder, not partially but between partial and over distended. So if you fill the bladder too much, then you will not be able to visualize the uterus in proper view, because uterus may descend inferiorly little bit, and patient will also feel discomfort and will not allow you to scan with adequate time. So the protocol is distended bladder between partial and over distended state. I am also not feeling too much comfortable with this distended bladder.